Hey Libra, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for May 21st, 2024. This is for Libra. Last shuffle for Libra. Let's see what's going on. Libra, what we have is optimism and we have decrease. So this tells me what this is saying that you're needing to be optimistic. There's a vibe of being aware that things are much better than you think. You may be on this cycle of decrease. It may be difficult for you to drum up those love and feelings, those happy feelings, those the vibe that this is very difficult for you to tap into it. It may be more difficult than usual. Even if it's like you have to make a conscious effort to be optimistic here. Very conscious effort. You've got to actually do the work. You've actually got to say it, do it, be it. Jump, get up and go. You have to take the steps towards it. The decrease is that you can't like do the mind games, the Jedi mind trick. You may do it yourself, because the Five of Swords is about being, clever, playing games, kind of thing. Mental, mind effery in a way. Gaslighting yourself, kind of vibe. You can't even do it. Like, you can't even make it positive if you wanted to. Even though there's something you really, really want, pursuing something very strongly. Optimism is the Chariot, King of Pentacles, King of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So this is telling me very strongly that what you're trying hard to look at something differently, try to take a different angle or look at it from a different approach, take a different approach to a situation. There's a perspective change that you're trying to embody. You're trying to be optimistic about being the leader. You have to take control of something, right? The King of Wands does what's best for him. What's best for him is what's best for everyone else. It's not the other way around. And the King of Pentacles is always like, well, let me be responsible. Let me try to make sure that everybody's good. I want to be stable, so I'm going to make sure that I'm very responsible in all that I'm doing. But the King of Wands is like, forget all that. This may be responsible, right? But today is not the day. Right now, I want this. And I know that if I get that, everyone's going to be okay. This would be the energy of a King of Wands, would be the energy of a person who's like, forget what the people want, right? I know that we need to go in that mountain and get that oil. Or we need to go over there and get that. And I know oil's not in mountains all the time. That's something, I know that we need to do this. And everyone's like, why? What do we need it for? But then they're so happy later when they can drive their car. You know what I mean? He wants to be rich, but he also wants to make sure everybody around him is doing well too. They need it, and I can also benefit as well. There's something about you needing to be in that energy. Be optimistic about being selfish a little bit. It's not necessarily that you're being selfish, but whatever it is that you want may be conflictual with everyone else, right? Especially the King of Pentacles. He is very considerate of his family. So, you know what I mean? Very considerate of his family. He wants to be a provider. So his family needs to tell him what they need so he can get it. But the King of Wands is like, I get what you need, but, that's what you think you want. But I'm going to give you what I think you need. I think it's funny because there's such a conflict here. Sorry about that. Y'all know I laugh about everything. But the Chariot, all of this to combine tells me that you need to change the way you see things, right? You can't please everyone, okay? Some people are just going to go without, and that's okay, right? Decrease is the Five of Swords and Ten of Wands. So the decrease energy tells me that you are going through this cycle where you can't overload the negativity in your mind. You can't overload it with, that may not happen anyway. There's something about you not being as negative either, not being as negative self-talk and all that, but it's also very difficult for you to maintain your happy thoughts. Right? So you're not saying, you may not be calling yourself a loser, saying you can't handle all the pressure. You may not be saying things like that, but you may be in a place where you're saying, how can I please them and also please myself? And the only way to please them is to please yourself. When you're happy, they're happy. That's how the King of Wands works. If King of Wands is happy, everybody's going to be happy. You don't want a mad King of Wands. Trust and believe. Everybody's getting yelled at. Everybody's getting hit with the shusher like you're just getting a bop. Bop. He does not play. The increase is the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Now, if any of you are in a union, this would talk about how someone is very, very willing to work with you. Someone is very willing to cooperate or to build something with you here. If you're not in a union, this is talking about the increased energy is of you being very compassionate to other people, but also that compassion may not be what is needed when it comes to the people in your life, as far as investing time into the getting to investing time or investing your energy into cooperating with others, compromising your wants for others. It's very important here, because I'm seeing a combination of a person who, especially if you're considering being in a romantic relationship or you are in one, that this is very strongly there's a tie, there's a bond here. Like, this person may feel very familiar. This person may feel like you've met them before, or you've met them. When I mean before, I mean not this lifetime kind of thing, if you're into that, right? Even if you're not, that's what this says, okay? There's an increase of this person being very considerate, very compassionate, very patient, right? Lining their ducks, putting them, getting their ducks in a row, and wanting to build here. So they're saying that you need to be optimistic about going after what you want, not being, because not trying to please other people per se, but doing what's really best for you. Because if you have someone on your team, this person is very considerate or waiting for you, or would wait for you, right? They also don't want to be kept waiting. The deception is the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, the deception is very interesting. The deception tells me that there's really no fight. There's really nothing that you need to hold on to. You don't need to hold on to some struggle that you think that you're having. Okay, not that you're thinking that you're having and it's not there, but they're saying that whatever this is, whatever struggle that you feel that you're in, you may sabotage something, right? This defeated energy is not real. They're also saying the deception is that new is better. They're also saying that taking advantage of a new opportunity is the better thing. That's a deception. Something about new is not better. Okay, it's about investing what have you been investing your time into, is where Spirit is saying that's where the increase is. It's in the energy or in the direction of a Queen of Cups with the Seven of Pentacles vibe, which is someone who has given a lot of love or built a lot of opportunities to, like, they may love in many different ways. This is someone who nurtures in so many ways. Okay, this would be someone who no matter what they do, it's a good thing. Right? It's very loving. It's nurturing. It's like no matter what meal they cook, it's delicious. No matter how they fold the clothes, it still comes out perfect with no creases. It's like whatever they do is perfect. But the decrease, though, with this is telling me that you may not feel as overwhelmed by your dark thoughts, but you may have to work harder in order to maintain your positive thoughts, right? Like Tinkerbell ran out of her little sprinkles, so now it's like it's on you to really, really fight to be Peter Pan kind of vibe. If you catch what I'm throwing down there. But you know how I get, y'all. But this you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces. We also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. Pisces, I already said that, or Scorpio. So you could be you could be a Libra, Scorpio cusp, or a Virgo, Libra cusp, but we also have Cancer, Leo cusp, Leo, Virgo cusp, Pisces, Aries cusp as well, or Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.